Hi, we're going to talk about charts today. I've been doing charts since 1972 when we had our business and we did audio-visual charts for business meetings. Today I'm going to tell you some of the things that I learned while we were doing this. First of all, some tips. Keep it simple. Don't clutter your charts. I see so many charts that have so much information on them that it's difficult to tell what's being told. Also, reduce redundancy. What that means is don't repeat the same thing over and over again. For example, the title in 3 different places or the date in 4 different places. Keep your type horizontal. The other day I had some type that was on the side on a chart just to see what my students would do, and they all had to turn their head to view it. So keep your type horizontal and not vertical. Use legends sparingly. Legends just clutter up, and especially for audio visuals, because they can't bring their eyes over to the place where the legend color is on the bar or something like that. Also, 3-dimensional charts are more difficult to read because you can't tell where the data point is. So therefore, 2-dimensional charts work much better. And another thing that helps your charts is to use numbers near the plot points for clarity. Okay, so let's think about styles of charts. To begin with, remember that charts tell a story. So you have to choose the right chart to influence your reader or your audience. Let's look at column or bar charts. These are used when you need to compare values over a period of time. For example, like this. Now, you'll notice that I have the labels on the bottom and the numbers at the top of the bars. Also, a good type of chart to use is vertical bar charts. You use these when labels are long or when you need to show distance. And I can remember using a lot of these charts for petrochemical companies and Quaker Oats. Gantt charts are another type of bar chart, and they're used to tell time frames or parts of a whole. Now, you could have different categories and show different values within that category that are part of a whole. Or you can also show time changing. The cumulative bar is used to show parts of a whole. And horizontal or vertical ones can be used either way. The line chart shows trends. That is, things that increase and decrease, levels, and costs during a continuous period. Note that the vertical scale here has changed to make the line look more dramatic. Area charts display volume trends. Increases and decreases in levels and costs during a continuous period of time, or commodities. I did a lot of these types of charts for the Chicago Board of Trade and Jewel because they were showing commodities. You'll also notice that I put in some lines here on the chart to make the points easier to read. Another type of chart is the bubble chart, which shows preferences. And marketing people like to use this type of chart to show where the product is being used the most and by whom. And you can see here we delineated male and female, and we put age groups in here for the different types of cereals. Scatter charts are numeric charts, and they're primarily used by scientists and engineers. They have two numeric axes. And usually when I did these charts, I did them exactly the way the scientists and engineers wanted them to be. I didn't try to fancy them up too much. The use of the high-low close chart is a type of a column chart. And you can see by putting in the values, it helps you to read the commodity ups and downs. Now, charts tell a story. And here's a chart that I did many years ago, which tells the story of live births in the United States. So let's look at it. Let's look at 1934. Why is the birth rate so low? Think what was going on at that time. The answer is it was the Great Depression. Let's look at something else on this chart. What event happened in 1946 to cause the birth rate to go up? What you think? The answer is the troops came home at the end of World War II. Let's look at this again. Why did the birth rate go down in the 60s and 70s? The birth control pill became widely available, and women didn't have to stay home. They could continue with their careers. But why did the birth rate rise in the 80s? The answer is women who had put off having children because of their careers and because of the pill decided to start their families. So you see, charts can tell a story. So make your charts work. Remember, simple is better. Remember to let them tell a story. And please keep your type horizontal.